Game Time is a drama-free zone.
You're acting stupid now.
Well, unless you count Jade and Steven going at it and yelling at each other. But other than that, drama-free zone. That's right. So if you're interested in drama, you might want to go watch something else.
You're like, oh my god, basketball trades.
I'm serious, like
retro gaming show.
Because you won't find any of it here.
I got two girls, Sharon and Stone, over here, and
What are we fighting for, chat? what are we fighting for here? Okay? Somebody tell me.
But if you like games and gaming, good old-fashioned fun, then this is the show for you. So come check us out, Thursday nights, 9 p.m. It's game time! Oh yeah! It's game time! Oh yeah!
This episode is sponsored in part by PTZ Optics. Why hire a camera operator when the control is in your hands? Visit ptzoptics.com for more information. And by NewTek, makers of the TriCaster TC1. Stun your viewers, not your accountant. Visit newtek.com for more information.
Cookies.
That's the way we're going to start tonight's show. Cookies. Welcome, guys, to another episode of Game Time on this Tuesday night. And, yeah, we've got some stuff to talk about, right, Bill? We got some stuff to talk about.
Oh, yeah. We got a few things.
And we have the Cookie Monster himself coming off his birthday. What are we, 30? The big 30?
No. Older than that. Let's go up by 10. Let's go up by 10.
The big 40.
Yeah, I'm middle aged now.
Wow, you're welcome to my camp.
CC is for cookies.
You're still a baby.
Yeah, apparently I'm still getting hatched out of eggs and stuff.
Yeah, Bill's still the oldest one, yeah. So, and that makes Jade. I think Jade's the youngest, right? You're the youngest.
We're not gonna take it. No, we're not gonna take it.
Because I know you're not supposed to ask a woman their age. But
yeah, I'm younger than all of you. I'm in my 20s.
Okay, so you are. So you are the baby of the group.
So you're like 23. Got you. Well, you know that's the old woman joke. Like, the woman's like turning 23 for like the 8th time. Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, wait. Look at my shirt. Look.
Does it say it's your birthday? No. What does it say? Twisted Sister. Yeah, there you go.
Wait. Hold on. Wait. Oh, dang it.
Is that retro or is that new?
No, it's new old stock.
Oh, okay. All right. That works. So, guys, you probably have heard by now, there's some Arcade 1-Up stuff that we're going to breeze through, hopefully, to talk about. Yeah, I know. We have to do it, because if not, it's going to drive me nuts. Because I just... ridiculous.
Arcade 1-Up. News and notes.
Welcome everyone. I'm here with Cyrus from Arcade 1-Up. We're going to talk about the brand new Casino-cade.
Super excited to be here, thank you. So, at Arcade 1-Up, we've always prided ourselves on bringing the most authentic arcade experience at the most affordable price point right to your home. And in 2023, we're venturing to brand new territory. This is the Arcade 1-Up Wheel of Fortune Casino-cade. So what's great about this is actually it's already pre-assembled for the most part. We have the entire video casino machine right here, and all you have to do is assemble the base. What's really great about this, unlike your standard casino experience, is that you can't lose any money at all on this. For our price point, the jackpot will be all through our online leaderboard. We have 4 Wheel of Fortune games, but a library of more than 20 games total. So you're going to be unlocking them constantly over time, which will cause you to come back to the machine.
So I love watching Wheel of Fortune. I watch it every day with my family. Are there any elements from the show in this machine?
Absolutely, yeah. So we've worked really, really closely with the Wheel of Fortune team because we're all big fans ourselves. So we wanted to be authentic. So we have the original style guide, the original artwork, and all of the lights and sounds. So when you start this up, you're immediately going to feel that swell of the crowd chanting, Wheel of Fortune! Exactly, yeah. So it's a really authentic experience to just everything that makes Wheel of Fortune great.
Wow, that is so cool. I cannot wait to buy this. My whole family is going to love this, including Grandma.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's over now. All right.
Our entire audience has left, right?
No, they probably all just started flooding in because they're like, yes, they want to hear people talk about this.
Holy crap!
So
Gold
before we start
T-Mobile.
dissecting this,
Real
hang
T-Mobile.
on 1 second. So we're probably about to get flooded because the arcade went up thing is now officially done.
all right,
8
cool.
minutes.
So
8
before
minutes.
we start trashing,
Wait, what happened?
and they had like a premiere video that
They had a
basically did
premiere
the
on
same
the
thing we
casino
just
cade.
did.
I had it up, but I had
Oh,
the
did
sound
they really?
down.
I didn't. Oh, I didn't
It's-
know that. Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's done.
So
Did
let's
they have
start.
like 20 of them lined up in a row with like old people playing them?
So
No.
wait.
And it was,
Before
like, elevator
before we
music in the
destroy
background.
this, there's a few things, guys, in the chat room that stood out in this, and we're all going to go through all this. But the biggest thing that I want to ask straight out the gate: didn't they hold this back because they weren't finalized, or the changes? Everything was just a mock-up before, and people complained about the screen size and everything. And then we had people complaining and saying, well, it's not marketed toward the home arcade market. It's marketed to your grandmother and all this other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, 10-inch screen? Really? Really? Am I the? Is that the only thing? Should I not be concerned with that?
No, that screen is definitely
I mean,
too small. They should have.
I mean,
with a big
why
screen.
why does
look?
why does it even matter? It's a
Because it's a
Full
full. Well, it's a
fortune machine.
3/4, but it's a 3/4 scale. Like you're going to put 17s on other ones, but you're going to put 10
I'm
there.
sure the old people that are
But
wearing their
that's because-
bifocals, they're going to be concerned about the sprite DPI on that.
Well,
I mean,
I would
there's-
assume it's
I mean-
because it's a touch screen and they're trying to cut costs.
Yeah. Because you got to think they sell the tablet, the Infinity game table, whatever that thing's
Mhm.
called now. I forget what it's called, right? But they sell that
Yeah.
for $500 with the 17-inch screen. Probably would have been easier just to add that in, but then that would have added to the cost. Besides, Steven, you're older than me. You know this. Size doesn't matter, is what they said, dude. So
Listen,
just saying.
I get it, man, but it's like, okay, but as cheap as Android tablets are today, you can get them for under $200. Heck, you can get them under $50 on a 10-inch tablet.
That's PlayStation.
Right. You listen. You can get Wheel of Fortune and all those other games that they're trying to push if you're a grandparent, because I know these guys have some other thoughts behind who they're marketing to, which is fine. Why would somebody want this big piece of furniture in their house? Like I just see this as I see this as the baby Kate, a total miss. But that's just me.
No, people slept on the Baby K. Baby K got modded a lot. Baby K was like highly sought after.
Well,
So, I
modded
don't
maybe,
know- I don't know
but
if that's-
not to the right
Well,
audience.
no, you get it to the
Yeah.
mod it, and the thing is, it's a 10-inch tablet, touchscreen, whatever. You can mod that, or somebody's grandparent gets that, or their mom gets it, and they can mod that tablet and do some pretty nifty stuff with it, and not have to do a bunch of different things with like wires or something, man. Like there's potential there to do some stuff. I'm boycotting the casino Cade because Debbie wasn't in the advert. Nicole looked sad, and Debbie wasn't there. I am boycotting Casino Cade. Hashtag justice for Debbie. If y'all in the chat, the real ones know. The real ones know. Y'all know.
In the very beginning, Nicole looks dead inside. But you know what we were talking about when Steven was rolling the ad? Like, I mean, she kind of looks like Millie Bobby Brown. Like she's got this she's like very cute, but they dressed her up like
Be here, thank you. So, at Arcade One.
what like a
Look at that. Like it's I feel
like
so
90s,
bad.
maybe like a 90s.
No, that's not even 90s, dude. That's like 19. That's like late 1980s.
It's like
Michael J. Fox, Family Ties kind of stuff
we
right
live
there.
we live by a golf course in Palm Springs in 1960.
And the filter they put on it, they kind of gave it that 60s film look, which
They've been doing that.
which
That's-
I was just
they
like,
did it to all of them.
They've been doing that, yeah.
I get it, but I was just kind of like, okay, guys, this is retro, not ancient. Like, there's no need for that.
Okay. So
But
my thing
one
is,
thing we do know is that Nicole watches Wheel of Fortune every day with her family.
And she's excited to buy this. She was
Hey,
very
man, listen.
clear about this.
Yeah.
look, Wheel of Fortune's dope. Is the marquee? Is that lit up?
No.
Like, can you?
They
tell?
said it is.
Oh, is it?
It
they
looks
said
kind of
that
lit up.
marquee
That's
is
why I'm
lit.
asking.
It was
looks
hard
kinda
to
lit up.
see through their filter. Like, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, no, you can't tell, but they said it
Yeah.
is.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks kind of lit up. I'll say this, dude. I do dig the aesthetics from it. The aesthetics are nice.
Poor
Like,
Nicole. She's getting
I
ranked
know.
over here.
I picture, you know what I picture? Like the casting call for this, like it's like something that you would see in the military. And for those of who have been in, they know exactly what I'm talking about. But basically, like a higher up, producer or something walks into a room with the workers, and they're like, "All right, who's going to volunteer for the Wheel of Fortune video?" And nobody raises their hand, and they're like, "All right, well, Nicole and Cyrus are the closest to me, so you guys are going to do it." They're like,
Is that
God,
like that thing
no.
where everybody's lined up and then like they all stand, take a step back except that one person, and that one person is like, "Oh, good, you volunteered."
Yep, pretty
Yeah,
much.
kind
But
of.
it's aesthetically, it looks good though. I mean, we can give the devil its due. The cabinet, it
Mike,
looks good.
It needs a handle.
I'm trying. Look, the gold
Stop
T
it.
molding. It looks good.
I don't
It looks
understand
Listen, it looks
how
gaudy.
they're going to put actual T molding. I mean, even maybe it's just double-sided tape, so maybe it's not. But still,
Right,
the fact
right.
that it's like molding-ish, how are they going to put that on the casino case,
But you have
not
to look
on
at
any of the?
But you have to look at it like this. They have to make it look high quality because we're starting to get into the fall. Christmas is about to be upon us. This is going to be all over HSN, QVC. Like, this is going to be all over the place, right? And so think about it. Like, you have somebody relatable in an ad, you know what I'm saying, for that demographic who watches it. The details are actually pretty freaking good on it. You know what I mean? Is it for me? No. Would I spend $600 on it? No. But it's for somebody, and for everybody watching this stream right now, some of y'all gonna buy it and review it. So keep it a beam real quick. Don't start talking trash in the comments when we know y'all about to buy it. Anyway, it's $600, man, and I love Wheel of Fortune, but it's a no for me, dog. Like, but you got to give him details you got to give him credit for trying. Legit,
You know what?
have to give him credit for trying.
Betsy in better what's the word? Anyways, Betsy at the retirement home, and Gladys are going to be ready and raring to go and spending $600 on one of those to put in their room.
No, they're not going to spend
it. You know why?
Because their loved ones are going to spend it.
No, their retirement fund that they have just sitting around doing nothing. That's what they're going to use.
Is anybody on the panel getting this? Console Fanboy wants to know. No. That's
I have no interest in it.
I would be interested in it if it worked like the mechanics of a real slot machine, like you pull the lever.
Well,
hey, I heard though that
it kind of does if you think about it, because a lot of newer casino games don't have the handle anymore. They're that push button that's on this thing. No, I get it. I totally get it.
I heard that the leaderboard, the leaderboards, I heard that they only have one stage of leaderboards.
Wait, what?
What do you mean one stage of leaderboards? Elaborate.
Yeah, I was about to say, what do you mean?
Yeah, there's only one stage of leaderboards that you can all share your high score on, and it's the desert stage.
Yo, I'll get it if it lets me have a coffee date with Debbie. Justice for Debbie, man. Look, she should have been one putting this over.
Who is Debbie?
Dude, wait, you don't know who Debbie is? So remember the arcade? If you go look on the Arcade One Up website, right, and the lady who's advertising this cabinet, I haven't looked on the Arcade One Up website, but when it first went up, she was the one advertising it. She's the lady in there. She's the older, mature woman with her hand out, you know what I'm saying, and she's Latin and stuff. And yeah, man, chat. Listen, like I said, y'all know, chill and chill. If you know, you know. But yeah, man, she should be the one, tickling and pulling at the heartstrings for this cabinet. But look, I'll keep it a bean. Give me a coffee date. Give me a coffee date with Betty, or make this thing Street Fighter.
Beatrice and Gertrude. There you go.
I'm just saying. Yeah, exactly, Andy. Yeah, we know. That's what I'm saying, dude. Debbie, put her over. Look,
He gets it.
Yeah. Just justice for Debbie. That's all I'm saying.
Boy.
I have a hard time with. Again, I get it. It's touchscreen. I get all that. But $5.99, $6.99.
Okay,
again,
are we done?
Who are you appealing?
Are we done with this?
Who are you appealing to? That's what I want to know.
We need to talk 47 seconds about Debbie.
Okay.
She's a great.
Okay.
All right. We'll move on for this. Obviously, this is not something that any of us. Obviously, we don't even care.
Not here. I think there are going to be people who are interested, but I don't think it's this this crowd at all. And you know what? They should have not they should have just gotten rid of the base, sold it as a bar top, and not.
I agree with that. I agree with,
because it actually comes. They said it actually, the top part actually comes fully assembled.
Take it to the
build
base.
Really?
You build,
Take it to
yes,
the base.
you build the base
Take
and just
it
put it
to
on top.
the base.
So wait, so basically it's gonna be, so essentially it's a party cave with like a pedestal. So it's got like
Mhm.
yeah, it's like an iArcade.
oh well
Yeah.
yeah. Well then that's smart then. Because then that's gonna open up two different avenues. There's gonna be people who get this full size, and then they'll sell it as a party cave. Yeah. Oh no, we're gonna continue this just so I can keep torturing Jade, because you know.
Well, let's go from
yeah,
one
yeah.
monstrosity to another monstrosity. Here's the other monstrosity, the Atari 50th. They're pulling it from the vault. I don't know how many times they can slap 50 on there. Now, I get it, the screen, but it's like, really, guys? Who does your design work? Who does your, this is just ridiculous. And I know there's a lot of people out there who don't like console games on their arcades. Guess what? 20 some of these are console games.
Arcade 1UP
No, wait,
marketing is clearly
there's
run
that
by
many
like
on 'em?
Gen Z.
I thought it was the same I thought it was the same 14 games as last year's.
There
Can we take
is
a
14
Super
games
Zoom on that or
plus
something?
console games.
So wait, did
Really?
they take the recent release like of the Atari 50th anniversary for like the Switch and
I-
stuff and just
I'll be
put
honest,
it on here?
I don't know how that. I would think so, or obviously the Android port. I mean that would be my guess.
It's got the rub off. It's got the rub off gold molding on it. It's rub off. You know how I know it's rub off? Because KI.
What do you
Pro
mean rub off? Is it
had-
like painted? Is that what you're
Had
saying?
the chrome stuff. Yeah, it had the chrome stuff that would just like flake off.
Chat, y'all hear this, man? Look. Jay cashed out with her Fast and Furious, and she back to kicking him down the street. God dang! No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Jay doesn't. I'm just joking. But
Well,
no, seriously though, there's like 26 console games on there.
I believe
Andy's
that's what
Gamer
it
says
was.
It's 40 2600 games and 14 arcade games.
Okay, so I was wrong on the
I
numbers,
actually
but
hadn't heard that.
there
but
was,
that's
yeah.
interesting.
Here's my thing with the Atari 50. I mean, like Wheel of Fortune is whatever. It just is what it is. It's I mean, to me, it's like redundant. Like, how long have we been talking about Wheel of Fortune for? Okay, it's there, it's that, blah. But it's not very appealing to most people that are in like the space on YouTube, I don't think. But the thing with the 50th anniversary is that cab never existed. Like, so now they're basically like,
It's a specialty one, a novelty.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, their whole motto was that they're supposed to how does it go exactly? That they're supposed to
yeah. Go ahead.
like keep the nostalgia and and like bring that back by making, kind of God, I cannot speak right now. But you guys know what I mean. Like, they're not supposed to just be inventing cabs,
Right.
from basically that's themed after the Atari 50 console stuff. And then they've got a bunch of 2600 games on there. And just let me just point this out. The 2600 was one of the worst Atari systems ever. There's a few good games on it, but that thing is garbage. Like, the 7800 was primo, but it was just too late on the scene, or the 800 was great because it was 8-bit family. But the 2600 was the worst one that you could possibly pull games from and put on an arcade cabinet that doesn't even exist and never existed. So I don't understand why they're doing that, because they just want to sell a hunk of garbage. That's
Well,
why.
wait.
Now, if it would have been like a 50th anniversary edition of another Atari cab that actually existed, and then they did something like that, it would have been a little bit more acceptable. But I mean, they just made this thing up out of thin air,
Well,
and it looks
before
like
we
dog doo-doo.
before we continue down the hate train here, because that's
It's not hate; it's just my opinion.
I know. Well, before we go down that road any further, here's the thing. Okay, they're coming out with all this, and then this weekend is Evo. Now, if you weren't paying attention, if anybody watched Cornercade, he had Travis MCP on, and Travis was dropping nuggets, and I don't know how many people actually picked up on it. If you didn't watch that interview from the other day, you need to go back and watch it, because one thing Travis clearly stated, without actually trying to clearly state it, he stated that, listen, if you're looking for new titles in 2023, you're barking up the wrong tree, because it's not really happening. 2023 is the year of the rehash. Okay, 2024. I'm excited. This is Travis's words, not mine. I'm excited because there's new titles coming. Because him and Danny were going back and forth, and Danny was saying how they should do like 4 releases. So, with that being said, I mean, so many people are expecting this weekend at EVO that there's going to be all these brand new or the brand new fighting cabinet that's going to come out.
No.
Bill, you had a theory, and I know I have a theory about what's going to be. I'm going to say right now, Marvel vs. Capcom in Deluxe. In a minute, in Deluxe is going to be released at EVO. They're gonna just pull out a Deluxe. You said what?
I'm gonna disagree with that because I think it's too soon after Kith and too soon after the update for Marvel vs. Capcom just came out. I'm going to say it's going to be a Capcom Legacy in Deluxe format. Either based on probably not based on the Yoga Flame. I think it's going to be based on the one before that, but with the same games as Yoga Flame. It's going to be based on like a Street Fighter 2, but it's going to have the same games as the Yoga Flame and the Shingo Hadouken did. That's my theory.
Okay, so Carlos says Gen Xers are offended, Jade. And Carl, you know I'm a Gen Xer, but like, look, all I mean is like,
I thought you were a millennial.
Is the 2600 no? Is the 2600 nostalgic? Yes. It's extremely nostalgic, and like I played 2600 when I was a kid too. But there was like a clear line when I got an 8-bit family Atari and played that. I was like, oh yeah, 2600 is trash, because there was like all those games that just were lacking huge in the graphics department. But anyways, my point is just like how these games have already been rehashed so many times on like the At Games consoles and At Games itself, and all these other things, and then they're coming out with a made-up arcade machine that doesn't even exist, that's like just really has a really ugly graphical design to it, and then they're throwing a bunch of console games on it. I don't know. I just think that it's garbage. That's all I'm saying. Like, I just think, in my opinion, that making a product like that coming from a company who's supposed to be representing actual like arcade cabs, and like we all know that like they're not making real arcade cabs, so to speak, but they're supposed to be keeping the spirit and nostalgia of those original cabinet designs and stuff like that.
But that's all changing. Their whole marketing is changing, because he also told Console Kits that they're open to making a store so that you can download and buy games online and do it.
I'm aware of that,
but wait, they like poo-pooed that for the other companies like Arcade One or iArcade, and they poo-pooed it against because they didn't want piracy. That's why they didn't do it.
But here's the thing. If you look at like, so this is one of the things that I talked to John about on my interview, and I specifically brought up downloadable platform. But if you look at taking a like a Big Blue, for example, and calling it the Capcom Legacy Big Blue, maybe they make one in a deluxe format, right? And then it comes with the standard 12 games, and then you can download additional Capcom license packs onto there, through a paid system or whatever. But the point is that, because they're gonna get to a point, and they kind of already are, where people don't want to keep buying the same rehashes. So having the ability to use that platform is going to make it more appealing to people. Like, I can get this. It has 12
He
games,
wasn't interested. We brought that back up in 2018, and we told him that they should do this with the cabinets. Stick with the, like Konami.
I mean, when I interviewed him in January, he seemed like he was open to that idea.
Well, that's what I said. Everything's changing now. I mean, these ideas have been floating. Me, Doug, and Glenn. You can go back. There's, you want to talk about receipts, people. Go back and watch it.
Talking about the business model. Like, they cannot sustain
because
the business model.
They're floating. I mean, that's basically they're doing quick cash grabs. Why do you think they're pulling Pac-Man in these 50s? They're trying to pull on.
Okay, well, the point is that the Atari 50 is just not indicative of what the company is supposed to be doing, and I think it's garbage. That's all I'm saying. That's my opinion, but that's what I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to come down to, like, I think these collaborations with the Supreme, the Kith, all that, for this community, they don't care.
No.
This
It's
3/4 scale.
It's not
they
about
don't
this.
care.
With those, it's not about
Right.
this community. It's about
Right.
trying to extend the brand for them. But
And-
the problem is they've been doing too much this year, trying to quote unquote extend the brand, and they've been ignoring the community.
Well, I mean, realistically, like that's just how their business model works. I mean, they're big enough to where they don't need to pay attention to the community if they don't want to. I mean, the community is like not even 1% of their sales market.
Right.
Like, so they don't give a crap.
So
You know what I mean? Like, I mean,
do you really think they're going to do a store when they were telling us what they were going to do, the VIP?
I mean,
and they still couldn't.
The
they
UI,
haven't done that.
The UI for that already exists, and their Infinity game table.
Right.
It's a different architecture.
Which is why,
though,
by
'cause
the
that's
way,
all
if
Android.
they do that, if they go that route, you watch. Casino Kate will be the first to get it because
No, that makes sense.
you said it yourself. Half those games I think are on the Infinity table.
Yep.
You could just add more of them to the casino.
And
if they do this, that'll be the first. Cat
and
to
if
get
they're
it. Not
marketing,
any Marvel vs. Capcom or any of those.
if they're marketing that generation, they're not going to line their house, we'll say, with these casino cabinets, right?
Right.
Wheel of Fortune people will be like, yeah, I want that in my house. I like Wheel of Fortune. Or a Jeopardy, if there was a Jeopardy one. I don't know. Those are the two. But I don't know. There's too many other things that need to be fixed. I can't see it. I feel like it's like a company that starts something and they never finish. Does that make sense? Every project they start, they never finish. Maybe
Well,
it's just me.
It's the
Kinda.
old throw enough mud on the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah.
And
I think
and
it's,
sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't. Couch.
yeah. I think
I'll
it's more
say-
of that. I think I like their marketing is, sorry, Mike. I think that their marketing though is just really disconnected from, like the actual like arcade culture that exists, on the YouTube platform, so to speak. And it's just disconnected from the arcade generation in general. So they kind of suck.
I'll say this, and I didn't get to watch Corner Case show last night because I was doing the thing last night. But if Travis really did say like that, this isn't the year where there's to really expect nothing new except for what Time Crisis that got leaked or that got shown that it's here in the States, whatever, in Casino Cade. I think there was supposed to be 2 new releases. If those are it, and we really don't have people don't have anything to look forward to until 2024, then this year is pretty much just about surviving and getting to next year, which is fine. So you see rehashes. You got to remember, a lot of people didn't get an NBA Jam. A lot of people
Right.
didn't get,
Mhm.
saying they didn't get their version of Pac-Man. Maybe they were waiting to get it in XL. Devil's advocate. So and again, this stuff isn't for the community. The crossover brand isn't for us. It's for them to extend their brand and whatever else, right? But I did see Kit's interview with John, and John said they've sold 4 million units now. I can guarantee you that this community right now, right here, has not bought 1 million in total.
I don't think this
So-
community has
not
has
even
bought
close.
I don't think
one.
they bought 100,000.
Four
I don't think they bought
million.
100,000.
4 million is a number that is supposed to be representative of like what they've sold to retailers. Like
Right.
that's not like individual sales or
well,
anything like
yeah,
that.
but
That's
you
the
have to
number
think,
that
it's
they've
just-
sold to retailers.
Right,
I mean,
but
like
it's
how
just-
many actual units have been sold? Who
it's
knows?
just like-
Not
it's
4
just-
million.
It's just like a console. You know what I mean? Like, dude, like when an Xbox or PlayStation or Switch goes out to a retailer, dude, they get their money regardless. So once they got their money, it's on to the retailer. So for them, yeah, it's not like video games where they ship these amount of games and they get to count those units. Once those units are allocated, dude, and they get bought by a company, dude, they got their bread already.
So
for them, it doesn't matter.
So let me bring
if
this
they
up.
sold- even if they've shipped 4 million units, that's 4 million units. And I guarantee you, this whole community whole dude hasn't bought more than 250,000.
Well,
So
what now? Let me
What did-
ask you. Since you were telling me last week, you knew what Kith was. It was like for quality shoes,
Hype
I
beast
guess,
stuff.
right?
yeah,
Right.
yeah, hype beast stuff. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're a Kith collector. You're out there buying this quality brand called Kith or Supreme, and then out comes Arcade 1-Up, which the marquees are washed out. T-molding gets peeled off.
No,
Cardboard starts falling apart.
nobody's gonna.
nobody's
These
Wow.
guys are not going to spend $900. You can't. I'm sorry.
They're not also,
I want to see
they're also
receipts.
not-
There's no way he
they're
sold
also
that
not
many
gonna take-
cabinets.
there's
Bull
also-
crap. I call
There's
it.
also nobody that's going to take it out of the box and play it. Literally, it's gonna sit in the box as a collector's item, and if they put together, it's gonna stick in the room. Like real talk, I think the only person I've ever even seen with a collector and actually use it was Bobby with his blood clot freaking Big Blue. Legit, like Bobby V was like the only person I've ever seen with it that's actually like put it together or something. Yeah, people assemble them, but they don't use them because
Didn't
again,
Garage Gamer had a clot.
Did he? Well,
or
maybe.
has a clot. But
Yeah,
I
well,
mean, like
he's not good at Street Fighter, so you know whatever.
But the thing is that if they're able to get these contracts with companies like those and make limited edition runs of these things, whether they're, we think they're garbage or not, like there's still a limited quantity item that they're collabing with a quote unquote high end company with, to get out there, and then they're making a certain amount of money on that contract or whatever. And then people who are invested in those brands are going to want to buy these things because they're collectors probably anyways. But I mean, Kith is not like an inexpensive brand. So I don't think that, I don't think that people are, and the generation that is purchasing that kind of stuff is going to be like, oh my God, this is $900. They're going to be like, oh, that's dope. Let me,
exactly.
Mom, where's your credit card?
And that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, people are going to buy it because it's related to the brand, Bo, I saw your comment and you were like, you don't think they sell 4 million? You have to think that's 4 million units of cabinets, collector cades, handhelds, freaking anything that's arcade one up branded. I'm sure that's all what fits into it. But now,
how many Kith units though? How many Kith?
There was only what 225.
There was like 225.
225.
Yeah, right. It was a very
super limited.
Number. It was the thing is like, you guys remember when Marvel Superheroes came out and they made 8,000 of those, the limited edition ones. Now, if they were doing limited edition with those like that, with Sanwa buttons, Sanwa sticks, built to actually be played on and stuff, I get it. And I'm not, before anybody clips this and takes this out of context, I'm not saying that cabinet is not big and built to be played on.
They didn't clip that.
I'm not saying
they didn't clip that
saying
part,
that.
Mike.
What I'm saying
the part before
is, what I'm saying is that freaking they can do a limited edition thing, have it be quality to be used. But again, this is hype beast stuff, dude. They're not going to touch the stuff. Half of those people might not even take it out of the box. Legitimately, the only ones you might see out of the box were the ones that were on display at San Diego Comic-Con where people were playing on them. Like, real talk, because if I spend $100 on that and I'm getting a certificate and whatever else, that gimmick is sitting on the box and I'm sitting on it. And I'm going to wait years and years for it to be worth thousands and thousands of dollars.
Oh, you don't have to wait years and years. Haven't you seen the things on eBay? People selling them for like $2,000-$3,000.
Dude, people are selling that. Dude, you see people are selling the freaking. I know we're not jumping subjects. I'm not trying to, right? You know what I mean? Like, but freaking, have we seen people like that are like freaking buying the Spider-Man things and already selling those plates for like $300? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's a commodity for people. Listen, I put a poll out there in the chat room. 90% of the people say they do not see them selling 4 million units. 10% says yes.
Kith units.
You said Kith units.
Well, because originally he said it was the Kith. That's why I was like 4 million units. There ain't no way.
Nobody ever said there was 4 million Kith units. What?
Okay, whatever.
I think you misheard that. I think he means when he says 4 million, he means 4 million total units since they started in 2018.
Right.
It's like McDonald's, billions sold. Not in that one store.
Right.
That's for sure.
I just think like here's my overall thing with Arcade 1-Up as a company. If they're making garbage, they're making garbage. I mean, that's my opinion about it. Like if they make something that is like fun to play on or good or has some sort of nostalgic value for people, then that's great. It's just like in my opinion, like the Wheel of Fortune may be something that's appealing to some people, and maybe the Atari is too. But they're both things that just go way over my head, and I don't see, in any of the value that they're advertising in them. At this point, like a lot of that stuff is just like rehashed for the 800th time.
All right, so I'm being corrected here, which we've established that he said it was 4 million units. Okay, there I said it. Stop nailing me to the cross, because here's the bottom line. Before I move on here, I'm kind of getting tired of this. I'm getting tired of you're either an arcade you're either Arcade 1-Up fan or you're an Arcade 1-Up hater. And if you're in between, you don't say anything. Because you're afraid that content creators like this are going to get on here and go, blah, 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 blah. I'm so sick of hearing Arcade 1-Up. That's what you're going to get. You guys are the reason that it's making this community impossible. It's making people like me not want to be a part of it. It's making people like me want nothing to do with this when I get cabinets or I get other things, because I'm an elitist now. I have a real arcade cabinet, so I am super cool. The rest of you guys can suck. That's the mentality you guys put out. I wasn't going to say anything, but I am going to go there. If you have a real arcade cabinet, you get on Twitter. Retro Ralph did it. Okay? Jayde, you started doing it. You have that elitist mentality. And maybe people have chosen not to do that. People have chosen not to buy a real cabinet. You got guys like Rexer Show gets on there. He'll bash everybody that owns an Arcade 1-Up or a 3/4 scale and says how much a junk they are. Oh, you could go out and buy a real. Nobody cares about these old freaking cabinets because they're too much to maintain. I don't want to maintain a cabinet. I want to come down here and I want to play it just like a console. I don't want to sit here and have to mess with drivers on a PC to play a stupid game that I only have a limited amount of time to play in the first place. So since nobody's going to say it, I'm going to come out and say it. And I've had it. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. Now tell me that I'm wrong. Tell me that that's not the case. Somebody tell me that I'm wrong. Because I'm going to call you on it. You all know it's true.
Which part are we talking about?
The elitist attitude of all these guys jumping to these real arcades.
Well, I just think that people just have like very strong opinions about things, and then they get like real tore up about it.
Who made you in this? Who made you in this community? Arcade 1-Up and all the reviews that you did on that. That's how you got subscribers. Wasn't because you're real arcade content. Go look at Retro Ralph. He's lucky to get 1,000 views on an with a 50,000 subscriber base.
You're talking to me like I have like a problem with Arcade 1-Up. I don't.
No, I'm just frustrated because this is what's going on.
These two products to me are garbage. That's all. I mean, I liked Fast and the Furious. I thought it was cool for what it was, and I thought that their previous cabs from a fun like collector's point of view were cool for what they are, and I still have 4 of their cabs, which are all 80s cabs. But I mean, I'm just saying, like, my opinion of these two products is garbage. I'm not trying to bash anybody. I don't care what people buy.
But that's what everybody's doing. They're bashing everything. It's like, it's one thing if you're going to call it straight down the middle. Okay, you're not interested in buying it. That's fine. I've done the same thing. But when you make, when these elitist people go out there and they constantly badger people that go out and buy these cabinets because I'm going to go buy a real one, and then 6 months later, it's not going to work, and then I'm going to cry on the internet and ask people how I could fix it, and it's going to take a $600 part because the machine is 50 years old and I can't find a part for it. That to me is not fun. It's really not.
Well, maybe to them it is.
Maybe it is. But those same people are going after this community. They're going after the people that like these cabinets, and they're saying to them, why are you wasting your money? I might look at you guys that are buying real arcades like, why are you wasting your money? My machines work when I turn them on. And maybe for the most part, your machines work. I'm just saying, like, that's where we're at right now with this whole space.
You know what's funny? I've never heard anybody who's into buying cars from the 50s, 60s, and 70s and, getting them all, put together and souped up and whatever. And yeah, you got to buy parts for a car that's that old that you can't find anymore. I've never heard one of them make fun of somebody who just bought a 2023 brand new car.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. You got guys like I said, I'm going to call Retro Ralph out on this. He goes on Twitter.
And I look at this hobby as the same. This hobby is exactly the same. If you're into old arcades and you like them and you like fixing them up and all, awesome. Do it. But yeah, don't look down on the people who, like Steven is saying, just want to, and I'm not saying everybody does it, but there is a subset of people who do look down on people who just want to buy something that just you can turn on and play.
People are gonna do what they want to do, man. Like I just don't think like it needs to be taken so personally. Like,
no,
who cares?
Maybe it comes off as I'm taking it personally, but it's like I get on this show week in and week out, and everybody complains, including myself. I'm not leaving myself out of this. What I have the problem with is that elitist mentality. Like, I am too good for you because now I own a real arcade. There, before, but like 6 months ago or a year ago when everybody was collecting all these and that's all that they had, these were the greatest things, and everybody was fighting for a cookie crumb of news from Arcade 1-Up to be the first ones out on YouTube to talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, Arcade 1-Up for me was just like a gateway back into arcades. I mean, I had built
That's how it should be.
I had built a multicade like years ago, like a MAME-cade. And that was like the thing that people were doing back when MAME first came out. And people started realizing like, whoa, I could just throw a PC in an arcade cabinet and then like play all these old games. Cool. And that was the thing. And then you have people that like started collecting arcade machines when they became like readily available, restoring them and stuff like that. And then, Arcade 1-Up came along, and for me was just kind of like a gateway back into coin ops. And so Arcade 1-Up has done some things that I really appreciate, like Tron, Dragon's Lair, Star Wars, Miss Pac-Man Cocktail, and those are the ones, primarily that I keep. But then there's things that they couldn't do, like Donkey Kong, and I really wanted a Donkey Kong, so I went out looking for those. I mean, that story. So that was kind of like my gateway back in. And now it's just at a point with me where I'm like, unless it's something so epically amazing, like I'm not going to be interested, or unless it's something that like, there's something appealing or standardized about it that matches the original arcade criteria, then it's like, to me, it's just a way, for me, it feels more like a waste of time. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm not saying that it's bad or anything like that. I'm just talking specifically about these two products from my own personal point of view. And, the Wheel of Fortune thing, I don't really care about. It's just, it appeals to a completely different audience. So I don't really band it with, like the audience that we kind of,
I think we need to separate.
It's just like the Atari 50th thing, though. I really think that's just a garbage product.
I think we need to separate the company, the corporate aspect of it, the people in the company, okay, the workers that we all know, like John and David and all these. Separate them, and whether you dislike them or strongly dislike them, from the actual product, okay? I've been saying now for weeks, because back when we had the Retro Buzz, we had Shiloh Prychek from New Wave Toys on. And with me and Doug and Glenn, we talked to them, like, we kept saying like Arcade 1-Up is a monopoly. You guys really need to seriously think about doing 3/4 scale machines. We said that back to Shiloh. You guys can go watch the video. I know there's another YouTuber out there, Rexer Show, who's taking credit for being, the #1 home arcade show, and he's completely false, as always, saying incorrect information, as he was the first to bring this up, and it doesn't even matter. But my point is, because I'm tired of this, we brought it up and we said more competition is better for everyone. It's better for everyone across the board. It's better for the consumers. It'll actually push Arcade One Up to get their butt in gear on certain things. Okay. We've been asking for it. We've actually asked for a I don't know what you call it, 1/16th scale or whatever, pinball. I forget what it breaks down to, but a smaller version of the pinball. We were saying digital. Shiloh goes, I think I can do real pinball. Now, that was 5 years ago. Something's going to be announced at Cleveland. So it's either going to be that 3/4 scale or the pinball. Something's coming, or even another cabinet. The fact is, all these are things that we all enjoy. Do I bring people over to do you guys bring people over to your house to play your new wave toys? Your miniature arcades? Even though they are technically to specs of the real? No, you don't do it. They sit on your shelf, right? They look nice. Mm-hmm. Which I'm kind of curious to see how Mike's got some big hands. I don't know how he's going to be in there playing his.
I can barely hold a controller.
Well, I can't help you there.
Legit, like I can barely hold an Elite controller. So
that's what I'm saying. Like he got some bear paws, man. So like, people.
Okay,
go ahead. I've talked enough.
So I'm gonna say this, right?
Throw it out there.
The idea. I think. So I'm assuming something must have happened this past weekend. Is that where this is coming from? Because I didn't. Something happened this weekend.
No, nothing.
Anyway,
actually,
whatever.
I traveled to Tennessee this past weekend, so I just was doing a lot of thinking, man, and I'm like,
oh, okay. Oh yeah, a lot of open road. Okay.
Yeah, dude. Like I want to enjoy this. I want to get back to everybody like was excited about all this stuff, man.
What you just said is what it literally should be about. You know what I mean? It should just be about enjoying stuff. But I think that, you know what I mean? Again, I can only speak for myself. I stopped making a lot of arcade one-up stuff because, you know, it was just, I don't like doing the same thing that other people are doing, right? But if it's something that interests me, I'll talk about it. Usually that's what we do podcasts for, you know what I mean? But it's still, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if it's a 3/4 scale or not. It's still a home arcade community. And I'll say this, dude, ever since I put the video up about that back there, like literally, I've got messages. People have been nice, have been warm, et cetera, et cetera. I don't want to say that, like, you know, you can't separate the two sides and be like, oh, well, this is the 3/4 scale and this is home arcade. I think it's all under one bubble. People like what they like. So other people's point is just like, you know, you to your point earlier, you said you can just turn it on. It works. You don't have to worry about it when it, you know, for the most part, unless something's broken when you get it everywhere else, right? But at the end of the day, it's still a community. You know, I think that's the problem. Like, it's so much segregation. Mm-hmm. And yeah, dude, like these companies fueling brand warfare, whether it be arcade, one-up at games, arcade, content creators like myself or whoever else who've been viewed as pro this or pro that, man. I think that's the problem. Nobody's just sitting here saying, this game is fun to play. This machine works. We can do this or that, whatever, right? You know, literally, I said in that video, I'm like, dude, I'm not going to stop talking about arcade one-up because it's something for everybody. Doesn't matter if you got real arcades or not. It's something for everybody. But because people want to have so much ownership over something, or they want, and like you said earlier, people want to be the first. You know what I'm saying? I think Michael B's great. Ain't no way in hell I'd have made a 10-minute video talking about Wheel of Fortune. You know what I'm saying? Like that just is what it is. But the thing is, like, some people want to hear that. Some people want a video like that. They want that kind of content. So somebody's got to fill it. Again, Michael B's great. Nothing against him. I'm just saying.
No, but you know there'll be hate videos out there about that, and
I just don't. I don't think there is a problem.
Right, but I'm just saying there'll be other people who will like make a video and then tear some down. Matter of fact, Damien, I just saw the post you put in my Discord server about you talking about the casino. Okay, Damien knows I think he's awesome. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying you need those contrasting opinions. But at the end of the day, it should still be a matter of respect. Now, it doesn't matter who says about whoever, Rex or Ralph, whatever, dude. I'm the kind of person, dude, if I don't want to hear something from somebody, I just ignore them. Honestly, tune them out. That just is what it is. But at the end of the day, the keyword in the phrase home arcade community is community. And without that community and people splintering it apart, you don't have one.
Yeah, because that was my biggest thing, dude.
People are too busy trying to freaking measure their willies.
When I got Fast and Furious, people were literally shocked. Jade kept telling me, she's like, you are going to love this game. Even though it's not like you're going to love. And she says, what do you think? I said, I love this game. And my family and friends, we were playing this game. And everybody in the community content creators, everybody in the community like sat there shocked, like I'm lying. I must be getting paid off by Arcade One Up. And I was like, no, it's legitimately a fun time. And I'm like, this is what it's supposed to be about.
Well, that's the disposition that's been put on anybody who talks about or in any way represents their products, is that you're automatically a shill. And there's still this like stigma of like a Miko type stigma that goes with Arcade One Up, and it's like, dude, they're an established brand of like home arcade stuff now. It's not, a startup. I just don't think there is a problem. I think that people, it's kind of the Wild West on YouTube, and people are going to do and say what they're going to say. If you don't like it, if you don't agree with it, then just pay it no mind, or be adult enough to have tolerance for other people's opinions and just let it go.
Wait, say that again? Be tolerant of other people's opinions? You mean
be adult enough to be tolerant of other people's opinions.
Gotcha.
And just let it go.
Yeah.
But if somebody posts something about a company and says they don't, whatever, they don't like the company and this, that, and the other, like I really could care less, like I may or may not agree with it, but that's like their opinion. Like, I just don't think there's a problem. I think that people are just letting things get to them too much. And I mean, I've been guilty of that as well in the past. I mean, I have. But where I'm at now is that I just understand, like, it's just, like I said, YouTube is kind of like the Wild West. Like, if you let things get to you and you take anything personally, it's literally just going to break you off. So you just got to let it go.
And this, realistically speaking, dude, this community would be like a lot better if people would just, work together instead of like,
that's what I'm
being
saying.
All separate and whatever else. Like literally, people would just get along. You don't have to get along because you don't have to like everybody, right? But just work together and stuff, man. Because you would want to see you'd want to see the contrast of two individuals that maybe you're like, oh well, this person's different, this person that. I'd love to see them just converse, like, because literally that's what it is. It should be healthy dialogue. You know what I mean? Healthy dialogue, healthy conversations, healthy opinions, and trying to see something get better. It doesn't matter if it's Arcade One Up at games, real arcades,
or whatever
Toy
else.
Shock.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Like, yo, it's just you're in it, man. Like, yo, enjoy it.
When I told Jayde I modded those two, she didn't sit there and go to me like, "Wait, you put console games on there?" She didn't be like, "Oh, you're so stupid. Like, that's just dumb. Why would you do that?" I was like, "Well, hey, if you're into that, that's what you want, because some of the games are cool to play on the arcade." And my kids like that. But that's not the mentality in here. The mentality is, somebody said it in the chat room. Let's see if I find it. It's one-up shaming or something. Yeah, right here. And that's what I feel like. If you're not into the same thing, like you get lambasted for it, or you're somehow like ridiculed for it. And
it's everywhere on YouTube.
Right. Like, I used this example before. What if I went after everybody that didn't have a broadcast set up the same way that I did?
I would say, I mean, if that, it depends on who you respond. Because if I respond to that, I'm like, all right, cool, and I'm making this little gimmick work.
Okay, no, but that's a good point. Like, consider this something like what you guys would consider real arcades, right? This is what the professionals use. This is what arcades are. And then somebody using a piece of software that's in, $30 a month or whatever it is a year, right, and they're making it work for them. And yeah, it's not the same quality, build quality, whatever. Just like these Arcade One Ups. I don't sit here and shame people for it. Why? Because you're making it work, right? You're still getting the content out.
At the end of the day, you can't talk sense into someone else. I mean, you can talk to people, try and be an adult, and just hope for the best. But I mean, like, they're just you can't change other people. You can't change the way that they feel. And, I think people get upset about that sometimes, and that's why they end up, bashing people. And the thing is,
that's a problem right there. Trying to change people. You're not supposed to try to change them. You're supposed to try to empathize and understand where they're coming from.
But that's like almost paradoxical, because like you can't change people. Okay, so there's people who realize that, who are probably more self-aware than the ones who are getting so upset that they feel like, they need to just keep on going until they see some sort of change. And that's just going to happen. Like, that's just the way it is, If a giant asteroid just collides with Earth today and kills all of us, it's not going to give two craps. There's no. I just mean, like, we're all a force of nature, like, and not to get too philosophical, but there's just nothing you can do about it. Like, people are going to be people, man. Like, people are mean, people are nice, and that's just the way it is. And YouTube is the Wild West. It's not very regulated. People can say whatever they want.
I guess the best way to look at it is the way it's like this, right? And I can only speak from my experiences, so I'm going to speak from mine. When I was a kid and I had my Sega Genesis and I got my copy of Maximum Carnage, my Sega Genesis controller took a crap. Mom Dukes, you know what I'm saying? She went and got me a third party. I know it was a third party controller, but I know now that it was a third party Genesis controller. And you know what I did? I played Maximum Carnage for 2 weeks straight until I beat it. And then I got a different, then I got a different controller. And I didn't know until a friend came over. He was like, that's not real. But you know what? I didn't care because it was doing what I needed it to do. And I was having fun. And I think that's the mentality that people need to start having, man. Like, pissing contests over a brand makes no sense if it's doing what you want it to do.
And that's 100% what I started thinking about too, because I was the anti-Kith and an anti-Supreme or whatever, but then I started thinking, I was like, you know what, on this drive, I was like, you know what, I'm doing the very thing that I'm accusing others of doing. I am brand shaming. I'm basically telling people, well, because it doesn't fall in line with what I think with this home arcade experience, right? That I want them to look like the real arcades, that it's wrong. Or because I won't buy it. And that's fine. That's what we talked about. We're not buying the stupid casino arcade. It's not for us. But listen, if you're into that and you want a home casino experience, go buy it. That's the difference, though. And I feel like if we can get past these shows, and I'm not just talking this show, streams that Moat does, that Jayde does, that Bill does, Super Game Room dudes, all these other shows that are out there, I think things will get better. Why are you laughing? Why do you think that's funny?
I'm reading the chat. I'm reading the chat. I'm reading Kevin's comment.
Because I thought you were laughing because I was going to say Cornercade too, but I was like, well, he's got his wife there, so I don't think that he's going to have much problems there. Because I saw the. Speaking of which,
and y'all better respect Mrs. Cornercade. y'all better respect that woman.
What, are people being mean to her or something?
Well, they tend to like.
I'm just saying, like I don't know, man. I just like she seems like a cool chick, and she's putting herself out there, and I know what it's like to have social anxiety. So for her to like admit that or talk about that on their stream, like, that's a big move. And like, I see everybody like kind of being heckly and stuff, and that just makes me want to be protective.
Well,
people don't realize, man, it takes a lot to get in front of a camera. Like, legit, like, I started streaming and making videos, dude, because like it's very hard to talk to somebody. If Nick Matz is in the chat right now, Nick will tell you, when he came to me, dude, I was very almost not introverted, but just like very like shy. I'm saying, nervous, where it's like, this is an opportunity to like just be able to talk to people. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't understand that, man. So for her to even hop on the stream, dude, big shout outs to her, man. And yes, maybe.
And Damon's talking about Damon Cook over on Facebook. He said, if I watched the documentary, maybe they would change their minds on how they speak about people, communities. Maybe they realize it cut off. But I think what he's saying, like, if you I watch arcade documentaries. Does that mean I want to go out and buy one? No. But I respect the people that have them, just like you should respect other people's opinions on not having them. Either way, I think I beat a dead horse. That was sorry, I had to go down that road just because it was eating at me, and I figured if I didn't do it, and that's fine, and that's why I made sure it's going to come back on me. So people will dissect it. They'll put words into my mouth. You heard what I said. That's the end of it. Bill, talk to us about what's coming up here with the Retro Game Spotlight.
Hopefully something that will lighten the mood.
Everything you do lightens the mood. Well, hey, we got Jayde. Well, we got Jayde's segment after that, so that should lighten the mood, right?
Oh, good. Let's have some fun.
All right.
Roll it.
Retro Gaming Spotlight.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another Retro Gaming Spotlight. Today, we're taking a look at a classic game from Capcom for the NES, DuckTales. DuckTales was originally released for the NES in 1989. In the game, you take on the role of Scrooge McDuck. The game has you traveling to several locations, including outer space, in search of treasures to add to your already massive fortune. As you play through, you'll fight various enemies based on each level and collect different treasures as well as ice cream cones to replenish your health. Because, let's face it, ice cream makes everyone feel better. At the end of each stage, you'll come across a boss guarding the level's main treasure. Defeating the boss will add that treasure to your fortune. And, similar to one of Capcom's other classic games, Mega Man, each of the 5 levels can be tackled in any order the player chooses. The game received great reviews when it was originally released, and continues to be ranked high on anyone's list of top games for the NES. The graphics are colorful, the levels are fun and challenging, and the game really does well at taking advantage of the NES's capabilities. And of course, it's got that classic DuckTales theme song. And, while the game is great, apparently there are some people who think it can be even better. And that's where a ROM hacker by the name of Infidelity comes in. Infidelity has taken some classic NES games like Super Mario Bros. 3 and The Legend of Zelda and ported them from the NES to the Super NES. DuckTales is his latest creation. Looking at the game, you really won't see too many differences between the original and the updated version. The game has gotten a new coat of paint, making it appear more vibrant, and giving Scrooge his classic blue coat. It also includes some quality of life improvements, allowing you to pogo jump more easily with one button, and mapping his cane hit to another. Pressing select will even allow you to do a palette swap so that you can make the game look any way you like, including classic NES and Game Boy looks. And while this port can't match the incredible remastered version that came out a few years ago, it's a testament to Infidelity's talent that he's able to get these games ported over and working as well as they do. If you'd like more information on his DuckTales port or any of the other ones he's done so far, be sure to follow him on Twitter at Infidelity_NES. Well, that's it for now, so if you'll excuse me, I'm heading back to Duckburg so I can do a few laps in the old money bin. Back to game time.
Like it was fun.
Sorry, we were just having
we're
a
back.
conversation. we were talking about it.
So, yeah, I saw this recently. It's ROM hacker Infidelity. If you check him out on Twitter, it's Infidelity at NES. And he's done a couple of these where he's taken NES games, Legend of Zelda, Super Mario Bros. 3, now DuckTales, and he's got them running on Super Nintendo emulators and stuff. Like I said, if you watch the video, you don't notice a huge difference, but the color palette is a little better, more vibrant. He adds some, quality of life with the fact that SNES had 4 buttons versus 2 on the NES, different things like that. So I just thought it was kind of neat. Plus, DuckTales is an awesome fun game anyway, so you got to throw it a little love.
DuckTales, woo!
Yeah, and by the way, all of you watching, you're welcome. The song will now be stuck in your head.
Great. Now I'm gonna get Disney's gonna copyright strike us.
Mick Scrooge is an elitist. So true.
What about you, Moat? Did you have an experience playing DuckTales growing up? Did you care for the game?
Played some DuckTales when I was growing up on NES. Played DuckTales Remastered in PS3, Wii U. Bought it on 360 like a month or two ago when it was like $250. Yeah, no, I might have played a little bit, just
a little bit, just a little bit. Listen, got to say hello to MG. I see he crawled out of whatever hole he was hiding in for a couple weeks here. great to see MG here. We got Toxin. He's also, he's talking to Biggie D. Okay, but you did, Jade. Let's go back. You did get some love with your spiel there for Mrs. Cornercade. I can't find the chat, but I'll see if I can't pull it up. She saw it. Oh, there it is. I'll pull it up for you. Since I've been giving you a hard time all day. There you go. Now you can frame it, right?
She didn't smile until
Thanks.
the comment was
Thanks,
gone.
Mrs. Corner. Thanks, Mrs. Cornercade.
Jade's a little upset with me because she sent me a picture, and she said, my build, let's see if I can find it. Hang on. My build is finally done. I know you guys aren't going to really be able to see it that well. We're probably going to see it in the segment. And I was like, oh, you got a brand new
Ultimate?
I said you got a brand new At Games Legends Ultimate.
You guys are dead.
No,
So-
like legit. Like, hold that up.
Get
a little
out.
bit. Like,
It looks like
legit.
an At Games Legend. See, she thought
Yeah.
I was being stupid, but that's what. So she sent me
It does
that.
not look. Pull it up on my short. It does not look like a freaking Legends Ultimate.
Oh no!
Put a poll up in the chat. Is this the Legends Ultimate?
What do you guys think? Does that look like the Legends?
Oh, they're all just
Ultimate?
gonna say yes to piss me off, you guys.
So I was giving her crap.
It looks good. I mean, it
It-
looks good
yeah,
from what I can tell from the bad picture.
I mean, if you're gonna pull it up, at least pull up my short so people can see what it looks like.
Give me a second here.
Pull up your shorts.
So
That's not that
so
kind of channel.
demanding.
Elon Musk already threw her off of Twitter, so
No, that's Salucha Shorts. I was thinking that's a Nickelodeon show, but that's Salucha Shorts, not Pull Up Your Shorts.
no, it does look really good. I'm not gonna lie.
You mean X?
Oh, is that what it's? I saw they changed the
No.
icon, but nobody's really come out and said like.
No, it changed on my phone. It's called
Yeah,
X
they
now.
changed it.
Yeah, it's X.
All
It's
right,
X.
let's go to the 4-box here. Let's pull this short up.
Let's see.
That's not it. That's a different one.
But it's
It's
right
the
there.
one before that. No, it's the one
Oh,
before that though,
goodness
because then you can see the whole thing. You're not gonna see the whole thing.
This one here. I took this custom arcade
with the
viewer-
curtains, yeah, with the curtains.
Okay.
Curtains.
All right, there we go.
Hey, I know that build.
It's the
That's
At
the
Game
Bobby-
Legend
that's the-
Ultimate.
No, that's the Bobby build. I know that build.
Oh well, yeah, but I meant that.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I mean the design is a GRS design based on Vuelix.
I'm just teasing.
Hmm.
That
Hmm.
does not look like an Legends Ultimate. That looks crispy.
Biggie D, real quick, because I just saw your question. I have it on Xbox, Xbox 360, PS3, PS4, Xbox One, and Steam. So if you ever want to get beaten to oblivion, all you have to do is add me on all the platforms. My name is the same. It's Michael Ball Trades. Unless it's Xbox, then it is Michael Ball Trades without the A.
Wait, what are you beating
That's
him
my
into
answer to the
oblivion on?
He said he got a graphics card hooked up to his at Games Legend Ultimate and started playing Ultimate Marvel's Capcom League online last night. Yeah, so I have an Xbox. I have tons of Xbox. Yeah. I thrash people in the paste on that game.
She's got Baba Sarah on there.
No,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
that's what-
bad.
that's
It's
what-
not. It's not bad
That's
as Sarah. That's
That's not about a Sarah build.
no. That one is Launchbox. I have Launchbox and CoinOps on
okay.
there, two separate builds. But the Launchbox build I did on my own, and that's the Launchbox build.
I'm just saying, like, not the UI, but I mean, like, just the build. Like, I've seen that build. Yeah, that build's inside my Capcom Legacy. That sounds like I know that build.
Again, guys, I was just doing it to rag on her a little bit and call it the Legends
looks clean,
Ultimate.
though.
It is very clean. I like the
What-
the bat tops, not my thing, but I do like the sparkly, like Super Ball looking bat tops, ball tops,
Thanks.
ball tops. The Super Balls, do they bounce?
Gosh, I hope not.
All right, let's get to your segment. What's going on with your segment here? You had to have me put it in here last minute.
Because it's the weekly segment I do now.
Ah, does it have
Jade-
something to do with Atari?
Jade's Hidden Gems. No, it's just Jade's Hidden Gems.
Oh, okay.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Jade's Hidden Gems. Today we're looking at something cool, one of my favorites because I'm a huge Tron fan. Now, some of you may know of this game, and some of you may know of it only on specific platforms, but one of my personal favorites is the PSP. It was underrated at the time because of its capabilities and the fact that you could have this graphically comparable to the Xbox or console version of the game in the palm of your hands. So if you haven't played it, Tron Evolution is a third-person action-adventure game, and it definitely has like some RPG elements to it. It's got a really fun character progression system, and you get to do all the cool things that you see in the movie Tron, from light cycles to the tanks to competing in the games and disc wars. If you haven't played the PSP version, I would definitely recommend checking it out, or at least watching a playthrough, because it's just a really cool little game, and it's impressive that they were able to compress such a big game down to such a small platform. If you haven't heard of it or played it at all, I definitely recommend checking it out on Xbox or PlayStation 3 as well. The cool thing about this game and most Tron games is that there's usually a side story element that you don't get from the movie, but it is directly tied into it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's segment, and until next time, I'll see you then.
Very cool. You're Tron.
Yeah, so that's just one I wanted to share. I don't know if I think that it's more uncommon, the PSP version. And if you're a Tron fan, it's just a cool game. And if you haven't played it on console, it's even better on console. But the handheld version was really great. So fun game. I love Tron. Yay.
Now you're going to have me out looking for PSP, but if it's hard to find, I know I have it for the Wii. I have it sealed and I have it unsealed because I found it at a Goodwill. I might have to check it out. But yeah. So we were talking during the break, and I think this might be something to chat about real quick before we get into a few of the news articles here. I had asked, because you were running a mini PC inside of there, and I know Moat, you have experience with it, and I was asking, because I haven't put a PC in any of these, so I didn't know if like heating was an issue, because that kind of worried me with the Android boxes from Buy Stuff Store, and they're like, no, you don't need anything, and I'm like, really, what keeps these things from overheating? And I mean, heck, the Arcade 1-Up boards will overheat sometimes, right? So, you guys.
No, they're pretty well ventilated, and they have fans in them, and I mean they're built in a way to where the chips don't, like they're not like overclocked, or they're pretty optimized. Let's just put it that way, as far as the hardware goes, and like the mini PCs versus like Optiplex micros are very contrastable, but it's just a really good option. And I talked about this on a live stream the other day. If you're doing a build like that, that's like the best option because you get the most power for your money. You could buy like a Pi 5 and you're going to spend over $100 on that. It's like you might as well just spend over $100 on and less than $200 on a micro PC or a mini PC, because you're going to get way more out of it. I mean, the one that I got for 160 came with a 500 gigabyte SSD hard drive, and an Intel 12th gen or something like that, and 16 gigabytes of RAM. So you can't beat that, really.
So there's a comment there for you.
They come with Windows 11. Jade, is this video on your channel, or did you make? So I made this for the show, but I always put it on my channel afterwards.
Well, it'll be interesting to check that out. So if you guys, I know, like Jade said, she did a live stream about that a couple days ago. So go check that out if you're looking for these mini PCs.
Sorry, you guys.
What's there?
No, I was just apologizing. I had to take those mom dudes. That was my mom.
No, you're good.
Sorry.
I thought it was Nintendo calling you. I was expected to get like taken down because when I put up the mind-blowing news, there's a report coming out, Nintendo Switch successor console releases in 2024. Now I know we don't speculate, but I know we've been saying this 2024 seems to be the year of all new things. Do you guys think there's any weight to this?
It better be.
It better be.
It better be. Listen, they pushed that little Switch, little hybrid to like the furthest extent that it can go to. So, yeah, it's about time. And literally, I don't care if they're about to make another Zelda remake or put another Metroid Prime remake. No, it's about time, man. It's time to move on. It's too long of a life cycle for Nintendo. Usually, their games at first the life cycles were 5 years, and now they've been branching off to 6. We're about to be in year number 7. No, it's time. It's time, bro. Nobody else is going to keep buying the Nintendo Switch. Let's wrap this up.
Yeah, I mean, and the other thing is too about like Nintendo games is that there's a lot of stuff that they do that's most of the reason why people are drawn to it are for like exclusive Nintendo content, so it kind of has that element to it that it's one of those separate consoles that you want to keep in your collection for that. But I definitely agree, like it's time for an upgrade, and it seems like I haven't heard any pushback from Nintendo or anybody else like denying that this is something that
Bo's saying something
happening.
interesting in the chat room. He said they're saying it won't have an OLED screen, which sucks. Why would you go backwards?
To cut costs.
Right. Because you're gonna have to make that console affordable for the people. And yeah, an OLED screen's like another $50.
But don't you need the OLED though for 4K?
But that's speculating if it's going to be even a Switch 2 because
you don't need it for 4K.
Yeah, if it's
you can do an LCD or an LED for 4K.
Yeah, and honestly, it does need to be hybrid.
Yeah, I mean, there would be no real reason to play in 4K unless it was docked.
Right. Like, dude, listen, some of y'all ain't got TVs that even showing 4K. What y'all need 4K screens for?
Well,
you know what I mean?
I'm just
like,
saying with certain games.
Well, no. I'm just saying like people's cell phones, right?
Yeah.
Are you guys watching 4K videos on your phones?
I do.
And I do too as well. But what I'm saying is the screen size is so small that you don't realize it anyway. You know what I mean? I think the bigger story in all this, that all the rumors that are coming out about the Switch's successor, is that devs are pushing it for not to be backwards compatible. And I think that's the bigger story about all this.
That would be bad.
That would be very bad for them.
And Console Fanboy saying he doesn't believe until October 2024. I would agree with that. I think that's going to be out more closer to the holiday season to make a big push at the holiday time. I think second quarter is being very generous. Maybe it'll be announced in second quarter, but I kind of agree with him. Third quarter or maybe going into fourth quarter, like for the holiday.
So they did say the second half of 2024, which historically that's about right for Nintendo.
Yeah.
So if it's a Nintendo console that's going to release, it'll probably be in November. Again, that's usually when they put stuff out. So that usually just makes sense. I don't think a console for Nintendo has come out in September since. Shut up, iPhone. Maybe. I swear that thing never goes off until we're I'm on a stream or something. But yeah, no, they need to, and they need to cut backwards compatibility. This thing's got over 100 million units. I think Nintendo's getting into that mindset where places like GameStop and stuff are starting to wind down. They don't want people really trading in the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can eliminate the need for backwards compatibility and make it so that the new hardware is optimized for maybe 4K gameplay, and before anybody takes a dig at Nintendo, talks, "Oh, Nintendo's late for 4K. Sony and PlayStation and Microsoft still can't get 4K 60 right." So, yeah, just leave that in the past and go ahead and
Mike, you're such a hater.
Let's just give her a multiple. No, I'm a realist.
You're a realist.
No, I knew that was like BS when they released Xbox and PS5. I mean the Series X. They're like, oh, 8K or whatever. I'm like, yeah, right, dude. I'm like, by the time the 8K market hits, it's gonna be like 8K at 30 unstable frames per second.
How long did it? Let me ask you guys, how long did it take you to buy a 4K TV when they were first announced? Did it take you? No, I'm being serious because
I'm a TV whore.
Oh, okay. So you bought one right when it came out.
Right away.
See, I didn't. I waited like 6 years.
But it was only because
a bunch of years too.
It was literally only because it was because of the HD DVD that you could buy with the Xbox 360, and so I wanted to watch King Kong in 4K, and I was like, "Yo, HD DVD is gonna kill Blu-ray." Yeah.
When I worked at Best Buy.
So is your HD
frozen.
DVD sitting next to your Betamax?
Nah. That thing, dude. Listen, I had to pull the freaking 360 out of storage that I hooked up to the Vuelix to see if the gimmick worked and whatever else. Just like I had to blow dust off of that. But the only thing that's going to be 8K in this console generation is going to be 8K movies, 8K 24. That's what y'all are getting. You're getting your real IMAX when 8K TVs become affordable and not like $12,000.
Jade, you were saying before you froze, you were working at what?
Yeah, she's frozen. I was about to say.
When I worked at Best Buy, I learned, I had like an epiphany because, I watched like CD burners, for example. Before I worked there, the cost of a CD burner was like almost $200 for like a 6X or something. And then when I started working there like a year or two later, it was like you could get an 8X for, $39.99. And so that was kind of like when I learned like, oh, just like wait, and the technology is going to get cheap relatively quick when they release newer stuff. And so no, I mean, to answer your question, like I didn't buy a 4K TV right away. Like I waited for a while, I think, until everything else started kind of picking up to where it was actually using it, because that's usually what happens, right? Like right now, people might be buying 8K TVs, but it's only like the hardcores. Like you don't really need an 8K TV.
No.
When everything is like 8K standard, then that's probably when I'll get an 8K or an 8K TV or whatever.
The other thing too is I started investing into a lot of curved monitors. Not so much the TV, but the curved monitors. I really like them. I think I would encourage anybody, if you're in the market for a new one, to buy that. Anyways, enough with the tech, but I was just kind of curious because I don't think that's going to make or break Nintendo 4K, because I mean most of their games are really cartoony anyways, right? Is that fair enough to say, like cartoony?
Yeah, but they're also very hardware, software optimized to their own platform,
Right.
Right.
So they're kind of like
That part.
Apple in that respect. Like they're very software optimized. Like Apple's phones generally aren't as powerful as like an Android phone, so to speak. But the thing is that they've been using developing the same platform for so long, and it works in conjunction with their chipsets so well that they don't need to have as powerful of phones, because the platform it supports the hardware, And so I think Nintendo's the same way in that respect. Now that they always run into issues when you're doing ports that are like third party and stuff like that. That's where you see like a real loss in performance.
Let's face it though, you all want to see this game, right, Bill? Seasons, Legend of Zelda. Y'all want to see that in 8K on your TVs.
No, that doesn't need to be in 8K. But I am excited that they brought these games over. These are some great games. So I'm excited to. I don't think I've ever played the two of them all the way through, so I'm excited to jump into them.
Yeah, I'm excited because they shadow dropped this and nobody was ready for it, expecting it wasn't on the leak. So if you guys are shadow dropping stuff, give me Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, and Crystal. How about that? Please and thank you.
Yeah. Well, at least with these were, when they first said that they were bringing Game Boy and GBA games over, these two were on the list of games that were going to be coming. So we knew these were coming. It was just a matter of when. I don't think they've really said anything about, any of the Pokemon games, but I'm with you, man. They got to put those on there.
So they're supposed to be having like a Pokemon Direct on like the 8th next week. So I'm hoping that maybe they announce it in there, like, hey, because we already know about we're getting off topic. So
No.
No, you're good. You're good.
I want to see these remastered, like a Link's Awakening, like they did on the Switch, right? Have these remastered. I think that would sell. I mean, this is the year for remastering stuff, right? Rehashing it out.
My favorite remaster of a Zelda game was the 3DS version of Ocarina of Time.
See, they could remaster that one too for the Switch.
Again,
that's a bigger undertaking to do it for the Switch, though. That's a bigger budget. Redoing Ocarina for like the 3DS. I mean, that's a handheld. You can scale that down. Whereas if you're doing it on the Switch, you need to make it like a full-fledged like game. You could do it like Link's Awakening, just throw it in that engine. Yeah, absolutely. But that still takes effort. And if they're going to put that kind of effort in, they should probably put it towards a remaster for their next platform. Just my little.
No,
Well, there was a leak a little while ago. Supposedly, we were not done seeing, Zelda games for this year. I'm hoping they weren't just talking about these two releases, that it's something else as well.
Yeah, it's got to be. It'll probably be like Majora's Mask or something like that.
Mhm.
Or maybe a Wind Waker re-release of Wind Waker HD.
That's what I'm
Maybe.
thinking. We'll get Wind Waker or Twilight Princess or both.
Yeah. Also, we're gonna cater to the chat real fast. Hi, Danielle.
No, I think
Ethan
he's one of
said-
my son's friends. Dan, he
Oh.
just didn't spell it
Oh.
right. Can you say hi to
Yeah.
Daniel, please? My name is Ethan. Ethan is one of his buddies that live locally here, so.
Also trolling, a little bit of trolling in the live chat, eh?
But you can say hi to him anyway, so go ahead.
Alexa, say hi. I'm just kidding.
All right. I saw this article Bill sent in, and I'm just kind of befuddled.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense because Microsoft doesn't want those problems, dude. It makes complete sense. Oh, we're supposed to elaborate on this.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Why, Mike? Why does Microsoft not want these problems?
For anyone who doesn't know, there are emulators that are available in retail mode on the Xbox and Xbox Series platform. Now, the problem with this is that you can do things like run RetroArch, PSP Go. You know, you can run Xbox 360 emulators now. There's a lot of things you can run, but specifically, it's a problem for Nintendo IPs and Nintendo as a whole. Sony don't give a crap. It's Nintendo, and if you can go on there and you can emulate Super Mario Sunshine at 120 frames per second, upscale to 4K, there is no need for you to buy anything Nintendo related. And there's always that rumor that Microsoft's trying to develop a working relationship with Nintendo and maybe get Xbox Game Pass on the Switch and vice versa. So for them, retail mode, no. Dev mode still works though. You want to spend $20 and go ahead and download those things in dev mode and be a developer and, you know, run some spicy emulation stuff, knock yourself out. But if you're going to pay $500 to emulate something, man, I suggest you get a decent PC for $500. Matter of fact, there's a desktop PC that I could throw in the chat that I'm looking at on Amazon to throw inside the Buick. So go that route. You don't need to buy a console. Gosh darn it, consoles are just PCs at this point. Just saying.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to go on one of your spiels to say if anybody
nope,
wants
just
to donate to you.
Oh no!
My son was laughing last week. He said when you were doing the thing about Spider-Man, he was laughing. He thought that was hilarious.
And listen, snitches, I got 2 of them pre-ordered now. God dang it.
But you know what though? I didn't get the I pre-ordered for my son the controller, but I didn't get the shells for the side. Like
I didn't either.
I'm still waiting for them to pop up. They're
not. They're gone.
They're gone.
If you didn't get one, they're gone.
But they didn't have them on Best Buy or GameStop. But now that
they were gone. Amazon had them. They were gone.
No, I was driving. I was on the road to Tennessee, man. I couldn't pre-order it.
Literally, they sold out like so fast.
And they're not coming out with any more.
Nope, they said that's the run. It's done. The run is done. So it's a one shot. So the only way you're getting those plates is
eBay.
Get some knockoff ones from AliExpress when they make them, or eBay. I guess is an option if you want to pay $300. But again,
sucks.
If you can do that, spend another $300 and buy the limited edition console because that's still available at least.
I didn't really want the. I didn't really care for the shells, but I was going to get them for him. He wanted them, as part of birthday present. But like I said, we were driving, we couldn't really do anything. And I'm not spending another $600 for a PS5 mode.
Hey, listen.
Well, just buy it and then sell your other one.
See, but you don't know. Like I could be getting this PS5 and replacing it, and maybe giving the other way away in a giveaway. Just like an extra life. We gave away a PS5. Shout out to Roger. Like we gave away a PS5 and stuff, dude. So yeah, like we give away stuff on my channel. Gosh darn it. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I hate my hand-me-downs. Let me know.
I hate scalpers too, Jay. So Bill, you had to set us up last week when we were talking about the Immortals Phoenix Rising. You had to go there, didn't you, last week?
Yep, and I called it.
Assassin's Creed.
They canceled it for Assassin's Creed. I said it.
Wow.
I mean, it makes the most sense. Like that. Yeah. It was a good observation though. Like it's totally logical.
It's a good. It's going to be another Assassin's Creed. Well, it's codename Red. What? I wonder what they're really going to call it. Another Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, what do they got? Like, I think they got like 4 of them in the works right now.
I've
or
lost
something.
track.
It's just ridiculous how many they've got going on. Although I will say, I am kind of interested to see Mirage, because I think that one's going to be kind of a throwback to the original, which looks cool. And I really do want to check out the one that's coming to VR on the Oculus. I think that might be kind of cool. But I don't need another giant open world that's going to take me 500 hours to play. I just don't.
Well, I mean, you know, Ubisoft's getting theirs out now, so it's right before GTA 6 gets announced officially, because you got to play a couple of sandbox games. So let them be assassins and kill off all these other franchises and stop their games from coming out, just so GTA 6 can come out, so they can be like, oh yeah, it's back in development. We're back to working on Immortals: Phoenix Rising.
Wait, haven't they been trying to work on GTA for like the last 6 years? Hasn't that been rumored?
It's been longer than that.
I'm being facetious, but here.
I know.
And every year the hardcores are like, this is the year for new GTA. And then you get a collector's edition.
Which will get sold out in like 30 seconds. It will.
I got the other collector's edition for PS5.
Nice.
I think we have one more article here that Bill you brought up with the 8-bit 8-bit Nintendo inspired mechanical keyboard. I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, these look pretty cool. And look, I know a lot of people know 8-bit do stuff. They make some really cool stuff, and these are just neat looking keyboards. And I think it's their first. Nice. I think it's their first foray into keyboards like this, right? They're usually just joysticks and stuff.
Yeah, I like those. They're cool.
I actually might get the one that looks like a Nintendo controller, not the Famicom, but the Nintendo one. Looks pretty cool.
So are they cherry switches? Style. Like what kind of switches and stuff we got in this thing?
I don't know if they said
cherry switches.
I don't think they said. I do think they said something about hot swappable keycaps though.
Yeah. Okay. It says it's compatible with both Windows and Android and has hot swappable switches and will be available in 2 editions. The N edition has an almost all-white edge with the gray, red, and the charcoal accents reminiscent of the classic NES console design, while the FAMI edition, that just sounds bad, has maroon and black colors that make it look like a Famicom accessory. It's got a 2,000 milliamp lithium-ion battery and can provide up to 200 hours of use from a 4-hour charge. Priced at $100. Pre-orders are live now ahead of its August 10th shipping date.
Oh,
it's not a bad price.
That's not bad. I mean, I pay that for keyboards now. Except Apple's keyboard. I paid $200.
Wait, how much was it?
$100. What?
What? That's a really good price for a keyboard.
That is a very good.
I just paid $7 for a keyboard mouse combo. That's actually like really nice.
Take her off. That's enough. Take her off the screen, man.
Yeah.
What show she gotta go, man? Take her off. like $7. Well, that's cheaper than Walmart keyboards. Nah, Jay. Yeah. No. To the back.
Oh. Well, what I didn't say was that it was on sale for $30 off. So.
Oh, because now everybody's gonna be combing freaking Amazon. But you gotta admit, this looks pretty cool. It comes with these A and B buttons.
Dope. Those giant buttons are kind of cool.
It comes with I want it just for that.
They make some really nice stuff. I mean, I have their NES or Super NES controllers, and the wireless ones, and I love them, and they stay charged forever.
Oh, and it comes with the dongle. Oh, that's a plus.
Well, see, I want these buttons because we're gonna put J on one of them. So when I hit the button, it automatically takes Jade off the air. I just I hit one of those.
Don't you already have a button like that?
Well, I have where'd it go? I have a button. I have an easy button somewhere I don't know what happened to it.
And it can sync up with Android. Yeah, that's really cool.
I think that is
Really,
pretty
really
cool. Like you could plug in the back. You got ABXY, so you can plug in extra hot buttons on the back.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nice.
Call me a sucker for crazy gadgets, but
$100. That's not bad.
That's
like
not bad.
you spend more on a keyboard that does less. That's really freaking good. And that
Yeah.
dongle alone is like $20, so you can use that to sync up with a controller or something on another console. So yeah, like that's really good.
it's all in what you want. So, anything else we're missing? Because I usually get to the end and I'm like, okay, let's wrap this up. And you guys are like, oh, I guess we're not going to talk about this.
Are we at the end now, Steven?
We are at the end of everything that I have from Bill. Unless there was something else,
that was
Bill.
it.
Did I miss anything?
I don't think so. I think that was everything I sent you.
Moat, did I miss anything?
Evo is this weekend.
Oh,
If anybody cares?
Evo is this. Yeah, we kind of touched on that with the arcade.
Yeah.
The
But
arcade
got
one up
lost in there,
segment.
so I just wanted to reiterate that.
What are you aside from the arcade one up stuff? What are you looking forward to most with Evo? I'm assuming you're going like you went last year, or you're not going this year.
No, I was gonna go, and then I was gonna take my kid to go compete.
Oh,
And
nice.
Then he said he didn't want to compete, and I said there ain't no way in hell I'm spending $3,000 to watch, so you can just watch Evo. We got Evo at home.
But
nobody's parents did that when they were younger. When they're like they wanted to go somewhere, they're like, yo, can we get some ice cream? Like we got ice cream at home. Like yeah, no, we got Evo at home. Yeah, no.
So are they going to have a live
no,
stream?
no.
Is there a live stream that's going to go on for anybody that's wanting to watch
I'm
it?
sure there is.
So all the games will be streamed on the different Evo channels. Saturday and Sunday are going to be your main days, and whatever else. There's usually announcements, so be on the attention of that. I'm curious about, because usually again with there being announcements, I'm curious about the Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 tournament, because I'm curious to see if they're going to announce a new game, if they're going to announce that remaster that was rumored back on Reddit a couple years ago when Arcade Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was leaked. I'm curious about those kind of announcements. I want to see if there's a Dragon Ball FighterZ. Like there's stuff that I'm looking forward to.
Wait a second. Jade just put in the chat room that she got booted. She didn't get booted. I didn't do nothing.
She looks frozen. Jade,
are you there?
Oh.
She must.
No.
I didn't kick
Yeah,
you. I didn't
frozen.
kick you. No, I didn't kick you.
No, Paul. I do not go Shibuya people watching. This is not Persona 5. I do not go people watching. But yeah, no, if Arcade went upstairs, dude, they're probably just showing off for stuff. Again, if they show off anything, it might be a deluxe. I'm gonna probably agree with that. I don't think there's gonna be anything that's new coming from that, TBH. I'll be surprised. I mean, he's talked a lot about CVS too. But if that happens, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome for them. But I think it's just gonna be a redo of MVC 2. But yeah. Evo's that weekend. The SummerSlam is Saturday, and tribal combat. Acknowledge your tribal chief and stuff. Yeah. That's what I'm looking forward to this weekend.
So Jade, you need to call back in because I didn't. Unless she did it on purpose, she might have did it herself because I didn't do it.
Yeah.
This time I didn't do it. I swear to you guys, I did not hit it. I thought she was froze too, and then I went. I went and I saw in the. No, I didn't kick her off again, Paul. I went in the chat room and she says I got booted. I wonder maybe she just lost the internet or her computer did it. I swear to you, I didn't do it. Because she was saying about the button, and then I was looking for the button, and I come back and I saw she wrote in the chat.
You sure
room
you didn't hit the button by
accident.
accident?
Wait, here she's calling back in. Hang on.
Mo, you should get on the panel at Midwest Gaming Classic, dude. I'm not popular enough for that. Like, they're not gonna put me on there. Like, I was supposed to do an interview with those cats, and then they got busy, and then I got busy. So yeah.
What happened?
I don't know. That's what we were going to ask you. You were frozen,
frozen,
and then I saw your comment in the chat room. I didn't touch nothing.
Yeah.
Last time, months ago, I threw you off. This time, I didn't touch anything. I was looking for that button, and then I looked up, and people were saying you were frozen. And so then I looked over, and I was like, it doesn't say that you're on air.
That's weird. I don't know what's going on because my other.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah, now she's moving now.
You're better now. You were frozen again when you came around.
You know, it's probably something to do with my laptop. Like sometimes it just freaks out. So I don't know.
Yeah, I not this at the end of the show here. I wouldn't be screwing around like that. But so that's all going to happen this week. What else? What? I don't think there's anything else. Evo's the big thing right now this weekend. No, she's moving now. Andy's. She's moving. She's back to.
We didn't talk about the Barbie movie, but that's okay.
No, we're not going to talk about the Barbie. I know you loved it. I know you were standing in line for it.
No, I didn't see it. I did not see it. I want to though. I do. I desire to see Barbie.
So what do you got this weekend or this week coming up that people should pay attention to?
Maybe a podcast Thursday night, maybe. I don't know. I've literally been just trying to like tinker around and get that thing going. I don't know, man. Like if something interesting happens, yeah. But other than that, just normal back alley stuff on that channel. Yeah, come hang out. We're close to 800, I think. Yeah, we're close to 800. So yeah, that's what I got. Maybe an opinion piece because people say they want opinion pieces, and I can do that. I can do for the people. I can do that. Other than that, I'm just lurking in streams and hanging out and not eating Skittles. Chad, I've got a big old thing of Skittles back there.
Nice.
That's the one. So I ordered this thing. Thinking it was gonna be a bunch of sour Skittles. It was only 3 packs. So now I got like 15 packs of Skittles I'm gonna be messing with. So yeah, that's all I got.
All right.
And enjoying other people's content. So
sweet. Jade is now moving. Not out of her house, but she's moving on the stream. What do you got going on? Any live streams this weekend or videos or what do you got coming out?
Probably not, because this is my last week of my class. So I mean, I've just been doing crazy homework projects nonstop. So until next week, well, I don't know. It's gonna be spotty. Because like next week is a really busy week too. So for now, though, the only thing that I'm going to be working on project-wise is just doing a video for the multi-cade build, and I know I have like one other thing that I'm working on. So yeah, just keep your eyes peeled.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was trying to make sure you had the correct music for that.
Oh my god.
Bill made me do it.
Oh yeah, sure. Blame me.
You sent me the file.
I did not.
You gotta admit, it sounded pretty cool though.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. All right, what do you got going on, Bill?
Actually, I got a couple of things that I'm working on, most of which probably won't see the light of day until maybe next week. Because I'm actually preparing. I got to go on a trip down to Virginia this weekend, so I'm going to be away all weekend. But I am on vacation next week, so I'm hoping to get a few things knocked out. Wait and see. There she goes.
Oh, that wasn't me.
Yeah, okay.
I can't take credit for that one.
I'm
over here trying to troubleshoot my freaking computer. I don't know what the heck is going on with it.
It's moving now. Well, yeah, Bill.
Is it overheated? Are you thermal throttling?
She's
no, I was being serious.
No. I was.
No, maybe I need to. I don't know what's going on.
I was watching her mouth. Even when I was playing that clip, the sound effect clip, like it looked like her mouth, if she would freeze every. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it looked like it froze every few seconds. So I didn't know if she was going to drop. So I had to bust with Bill and do the slurping sound effect. Pull that up.
Yeah, gee, thanks.
Well, every week she does it to you. So
I know.
But then she looked deep in, like, this is what I see. She's like deep in thought right there. Look, you can see like I'm troubleshooting.
Deep thoughts with Jayde Shelion.
Yep, deep thoughts.
That's what the music was for.
No, the music
Sometimes
was
when
sad.
I stare out at the lake, I think about arcades.
The music was like the sad, like, I'm overwhelmed. type of thing. They're saying hit the turbo button. I don't know if I have any videos coming up because I've just been lazy. I've just been so busy. I shouldn't say I was lazy. My mom's coming out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then driving back Sunday. First time in a year I've gotten to see her. Tomorrow's my son's birthday. He'll be 11. So I'm gonna be busy for the next couple days, and then the following week is a wide open week. But the week after that, there won't be game time because I'm on vacation for the week. So I figured I'd put it out there so people don't think that we're just like bagging it. My brother's coming out. We do this every year around this time. So 2 weeks. And then vacation. I think it's the third week. I think it's like what, the 5th? I think 12, 13. I think it's the 15th of August. So anything going on with console wars? That's a great question. I've been trying to get a hold of Dan. He hasn't answered my call. He probably sees it's me and he doesn't answer. So I don't know. Dan has been MIA for like 2 months.
I think we lost Jade again.
Console Wars, she's frozen. Console Wars, that's the retro. That's the retro.
That was the one that we were going to specifically do. Oh, she said, let me back in. Okay. Mm-hmm. How do I let her back in? She's not on.
Yo, MG, chill, bro. Chill.
Are you back in, Jade?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Am I?
You're back in, but you came in on a different channel.
We hear you, just
Here, hang on a second. Well, yeah, you're on a different channel now, but she's on Michael B's channel from last week. I don't know how that happened, but
Weird.
Yeah, you're definitely experiencing some
technical difficulties.
The weird thing is I'm running it on my desktop,
Let's go
and
back
like
to
it's totally fine on my desktop. So it's like really kind of
I
bizarre.
don't know.
Oh wait, now I know why.
OBS
It's
is
the
running.
wrong internet.
Oh. Alrighty. Well, guys, we will see you guys next week. Go check out Cornercade. He's going to be on in about 45 minutes. 45 minutes.
Wait, no.
10:30.
You promoted Cornercade. I don't think we agreed to that. I don't think we agreed to Cornercade. That needs to be
I'm
discussion.
sorry. Yeah, okay.
It's too late. It's too late now. It's fine.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I'm sorry. Darn it, I missed it in the contract. I gotta go over this again here. Where does it say? The end of the Steve blow. Wait, because Steve blows up.
Homework on the back.
Steve blows up segment 4. Was it segment 4? Did I do that right? Segment 7. Only wait. It says segment 7. Only Moat. Only Moat can self-promote. My bad.
Okay. Well, cool. If we're self-promoting, hold on. Let me hit the button.
Here we go.
Price is Right theme is playing right now, chat. So if you no, I'm just kidding. Oh, my eyes hurt.
All right, guys. We will see you next week. Have a great week.
Oh, what a long show. Gotta use the restroom. What are you doing here? Why are you here? Can't you see a guy's gotta do what a guy's gotta... You already had me for 2 hours. Like, I gotta go. Like, this is scary. The fact that you're here. Just go. Get out of here. Go. Lights out. I gotta go. Come on. You gotta go. Go. Now.
What are you guys still doing here? Go home. Oh my God. I mean, I know you guys love me, but take it easy. Get some rest. Refit. My face will still be this pretty next time we meet. Okay, but seriously, Go home.
Yo, wait. Yo, what are you doing here? Yo, you see I'm editing a video, right? Like, stream's over with. Y'all don't need to be here anymore. What, you want to help me edit? Alright. Look, no, I missed a whole clip, so we just gonna go back through it, alright? See, I'm trying to get stuff together. The stream is over. Y'all ain't got no reason to be here anymore. Y'all should just go away. You know what I'm saying? Like, go away. You really want to sit here? Or do you want to go home? Make a decision. Man.
Man, what a long show. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, time to go to bed. Hello? I think you left this on. Hello? Wow. You guys are all still here? The show's over. That's it. There's nothing left. Go. Go to bed. It's over. Go. No, seriously. That's it. Go. Go to bed. Chicka chicka.